everybody, I am here today with my newest mini album. This is a Disney themed mini album using photo play papers. There is a complete tutorial for this. It was requested last month after I shared my first Disney album with the same design, different papers. So I created the album again and I made a tutorial for you if you are interested in following the tutorial. Now this album is a very large album. It flips out and it's very hard to fit on camera, so I will show you parts of it individually, but it's hard to see the entire thing. This album is 11 inches by 8.5, and it has the 2-inch spine on this side, a 1.5-inch spine on this side, a 1-inch spine at the top, and a 1/2-inch spine at the bottom. On the front here, I created a shaker, and I do have the frame underneath of it. It's made out of MDF. So I will link this in the description box below because I do have this for sale on my website if you were interested in purchasing the MDF frame to make your own shaker. Now, this album here is just all covered in the same paper on the spines. Now on the inside here, you'll see, again, very large album. We're gonna start on the inside front cover. So I've used these little paper clips here, and I just put some of the cut apart cards here. You could be used for journaling, or it could be used for a photo. Now a photo could go here as well. And I have matted this to hold about 75 to 80 photos. There is room for more if you would choose to put more or smaller photos, but it will hold between 75 and 80 comfortably. Behind the belly band, we have a large photo booklet. On my original one, I put a photo here on the front of it. Then I have room here inside for full-size 4x6 photos, or you could put 2 wallet-sized photos would fit there as well if you have lots of smaller pictures. Now this album here will be for sale if you are interested in purchasing the pre-made album. It will be linked in the description box below as well. On the front of the right-hand page, this photo mat pulls out, room for 2 full-size photos, and that's what holds this flap closed. You could also place a photo here if you chose to do so. It's not counted in the matting, but I think I like the papers better than having photos everywhere, so I leave some of my places for just the paper. I would place a photo here, and then this is open so that the photo can slide up underneath of there if you have a full-size photo. Now on the base of the page, I have 2 pockets. Some of my photo mats are just covered in black paper directly to place your photos on. If you're going to put a wallet-sized photo, that's all that's going to fit on here. There's no need for the decorative papers. So I've got the same thing here. This is a 4x4 square photo, and then decorative paper on the front. And then here in the back pocket, I've got one of those cut apart cards, room for a photo on the back side. And then here I have a booklet that I've made, and this is open here so a photo can slide behind it. The back sides of the booklets are plain. Another photo can go on here. You can journal on here, or you can just leave it as is. Now this is the inside of the right page. So here we have a photo frame. It is acetate, so it has the opening at the top so the photo will slide underneath of it. It is actually on a photo mat, so this whole thing pulls out, and we've got room here for some photos and then a photo on the back side. Then it slides right into that pocket, and then this bottom part catches it so that it doesn't go down any further. Here, this is paper clipped on with another paper clip. You can place a photo here, and then you could also place a photo on the back side. This also has a tuck spot behind it, so there is a little journaling card or a cut apart card in there that you could place a photo. This is magnetized, but you have room for a photo up here. And then on the waterfall, we've got room for photos on all of the flaps. And then in the pocket here, we've got one of our small cards, room for a photo there, and you could also place a photo here. Now this is the top page. So on the top page, it has a ribbon closure. On the little library pocket, it just has one of the little cut apart cards, room for a photo, or if you have a white gel pen, you could journal on that. It is a tuck spot, and then there's a booklet here, so there's room for 2 photos there, and then blank on the back, so you could journal or add another photo. Then this opens up, and here we've got room for a photo here and here, and then room for 4 photos in here. And I suppose you could put smaller photos here if you wanted to cover up the paper. Then on the base of the page, we've got, you could put a photo here, you could journal, or you could actually have a character autograph if you did something like that on your trip. And we've got some photo mats here, so you could place photos on here, and then we've got 2 photo spots on the back. You could place a photo or multiple photos or leave this blank, and then we've got the photo spot on the back side, and then we've got the photo mat here with room for a photo on the back side. Next, we have our inside of our upper flap here. This is a policy envelope closure. This opens up like this, and we have 2 diagonal pockets. And in the pocket, we've got a small mat here, another small mat here, one that just double-sided for photos. And then we've got a little bit larger, and then we've got this one, which the band is open so the photo can slide up underneath of it if you choose to put a photo on the front side. Now this is the bottom page. Starting with our library pocket, we've got a photo mat for 2 small photos on the front and 2 small photos on the back. And then this booklet slides out. You could place a photo here on the front of this if you wanted to. And then we've got room for 2 photos here. It is blank on the back, and you could put a photo or multiple photos there. This pocket is also deep, so you could place additional photos there if you choose to do so. But it only has this 1 photo mat in here. Then this opens up, and we have room for 2 photos at the top. And then here on this side of the page, we have another frame. It is acetate, and it has the opening here on the left-hand side for that photo to slide underneath. Now, this is the inside of the bottom page. So we've got a pocket here with 2 of the cut-aparts you could place photos on or journal. Then this flap opens up here, room for multiple photos or larger photos on both of these spots. And then it opens up again, and there are 2 photos here, 2 photo spots for smaller photos. And then this spread here, you can place a large photo. You could put 3 multiple size square photos, or you can put other pictures here. So there's a lot of photo space here in this section. Then behind this is a belly band, and it's got multiple photo mats on both sides. So it has a large photo mat here, and then it has 2 smaller photo mats. And then the same thing on this side, we've got the 2 smaller photo mats and the larger photo mat. And this is open so that photo can tuck behind it if needed. And then the final section of the album is the actual base of the album itself. So I've got a little piece here as a tuck spot, and I've got one of the cut apart cards that you can place a photo. You can place a photo here or a larger photo here if you wanted to. You can put multiple photos there, so lots of opportunities, or you can just leave it with that paper. And then here in this pocket, we have a large photo mat. There's room for a photo on the front if you want to put a photo on the front. You could put a photo here too if you wanted. This is a 5x7 photo spot, and then room for a 4x6 photo here. So this is my newest mini album. Again, it is made with a Disney theme, but you could make this with any photo paper or any paper you choose, following the tutorial. So the tutorial will be linked in the description box below if you want to give it a try. Also, like I mentioned, this album will be listed for sale, so if you are interested in purchasing this and just printing off your Disney photos and placing it in an album, this is your opportunity. And then I will also link the MDF square frame. It just comes with the frame, and there will be other sizes and other styles, so there will be a circular one as well if you wanted to try different shakers using that instead of maybe using foam tape like some people use. I hope you've enjoyed watching the album flip through, and if you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment below. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.